Sports starts our winter season tonight in Sand Creek, where the Lady Aggies are looking for their first win as they host the Lady Panthers of Addison. High school varsity basketball starts right now, only on LSN.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
You've got a tie atop the LCAA standings.
Count that baby in a foul.
The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morenci is going to the Breslin Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.
Lenawee Sports and the Michigan High School Athletic Association proudly presents high school varsity basketball. The ladies of Addison have arrived here in Sand Creek, where they look for another win, building momentum coming off their victory against Summerfield. And as always, it's all part of our season-long race to our state championship. Good evening, friends. I'm Jesse Ramirez alongside Ashley Drinkwine. Ashley, how you doing today?
Great, you?
Great, yeah. And you got Coach Pinch here today.
Yep. All right. So, Coach, how's your team transforming from the loss, and how are they improving for tonight's game?
Well, it was the first game of the season, so it wasn't that devastating. I mean, you always want to win every game, but Onstead is a very tough team in Lenawee County right now, one of the top teams. They should compete to win the LCAA, so we knew it was going to be tough, probably the toughest game on our schedule. And, you know, you've got a couple weeks to prepare for that. So our girls kind of took it in stride, and they know what we're working towards to get better each game. And, you know, these non-league games are really important to prepare for your league games, which are coming up really soon.
It's always best to get out the tough games first to show what you got to work on, right?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Coach Benj.
All right, we'll be right back with Addison's coach right after this. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Lenawee Sports Network. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and the Lenawee Sports Network.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive, sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers, helping student athletes develop,
while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should be positive role models and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
All right, we're back with Addison's Coach Underwood. Coach, how you doing tonight?
Great, thank you.
So you're coming off a win against Summerfield. What are some pros and cons you saw from the first game of the season?
Well, we've been actually playing a little bit short-staffed. We're missing, for the first game, we were missing two of our starters. We have our big girl, Katie Sadi, that was out with a knee injury, and she's still out. And our point guard has mono. So we're happy to have our point guard back for tonight's game, and she's a real floor leader, and so we're looking for her to be playing tonight and just kind of control everything out on the floor.
Gotcha. And going against the Aggies, what is something you guys have been training for the past couple of days?
We're a real quick, small team, and so we're hoping to really run them quite a bit tonight and really cause a lot of turnovers, and which will, on the other end, will create some baskets.
Awesome. Well, good luck tonight, and we'll be right back with some action. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
For the Panthers, a junior, number 10, Lady Aggies. For the Aggies, a freshman, number 21, Madison. For Addison, a senior, number 20, Taylor Menard. For Sand Creek, a freshman, number 23, Alex Waltz. For the Panthers, a senior, number 22, Lindsay Glory. And for the Aggies, a sophomore, number 24, Anna Reckner. The head coach of the Panthers is Bruce Underwood. The head coach of the Aggies is Matt Bench. The officials for tonight's contest are Carl Harsh, Doug Sanders, and Keith Zumke.
All right, and welcome to the matchup here. We have the Lady Aggies hosting the Lady Panthers, and the tip-off is just getting underway here. And Addison takes it. All right, a missed shot there, rebounded by number 10, Grace Francoeur, taking it up the court. And smacked out of bounds. Aggies are going to keep the ball, though. Looks like Alex Waltz be throwing it in.
Looks like Alex Waltz, just passed it to 21, Madison Siren. Looks like a temp shot. And it was an attempt by Alex Waltz.
And then a turnover there by the Addison Panthers, and the Aggies are going to take it one more time here. Going in back, and we have a
travel on Alex Waltz.
Ashley, how you feeling tonight?
Oh, yeah. It's basketball season.
So you're feeling great? Yeah, me too. Love me some b-ball.
Looks like Addison is shot from
Magnus up there for the first 2 points of the game.
From Olivia Magnus.
And stolen, and a foul.
On
Allie McLuth with the 2 points, looking for the and one.
Allie McLeod at the line, 2 shots.
Free throw is good for McLeod.
It's off to a good start for Addison.
And with another made free throw, they are up 4-0. Waltz fighting with it over to Reckner. And a little struggle there, but it is up and good. That is Frank Core right there again with the first 2 points for the Aggies. They start playing a full court defense, and it looks to play in their favor, but not there with the rebound.
Number 22, Lindsay Laurie just got a...
And a little dog pile happening here. Let's see where it's going to be. Jump ball. I think it's going to be McLeod for... Nope, sorry. There's not going to be jumping ball. This is high school. And Aggies have the first possession there. Tried to throw it down into the paint there. Out of bounds. Aggies will keep it.
And we hit a 10 shot from Grace Francoeur. And she gets 2 free throws.
Addison's first team foul. Grace Francoeur's at the line, 2 shots.
2 shots for Francoeur. First one is up, and it is good. Second free throw is no good. Maynard over to Magnus. Magnus throwing it over to McLeod. And a air ball shot there by Magnus.
The Aggies retrieved it.
Walt's going to try to drive it in and take it back out.
Oh.
Looks like we had a travel there by Madison Sarin.
Into Addison's ball. Looks like Olivia's setting it up.
McLeod with a missed shot there. Sarin with the rebound, going to be dribbling it up over to Waltz and touched by Waltz, so that is going to be the Panthers ball. Magnus and McLeod. McLeod back to Magnus. Over to McLeod. Back to Magnus. We have a little bit of hot potato going on here. Driving it out. McLeod with the ball. Driving it in. Over to Maynard.
We have a travel on Hannah Benschotter.
Ben Schotter, Ben Scoter, Ben Scooter. I mean... well, let's go with
Hannah.
Yeah, we'll just go with Hannah. And Hannah actually is spelled the same way backwards, as we have a steal by Francoeur, but a double dribble called on her. The Fighting Aggies are going to be with possession here. And a miss there. Panthers with the rebound. Running it up court is Maynard. Maynard looking over to McLeod. McLeod back to Maynard. Over to Magnus. Magnus Still getting the air ball chance from the crowd over there on the Aggie side. McLeod with the ball. Little ankle break, but a rebound for the Aggies. Hannah Reckner called with the traveling, and both these teams are, just trying to take the ball wherever they want, and they are getting called for these travels and double dribbles.
They're definitely power through in. I feel like they're not taking the time to set it up. They're just powering straight to the other side.
Magnus over to McLeod. McLeod going to try to dribble it out over to number 20, Maynard. Maynard to Ben Scotter. Over to Magnus.
She's got a little hold up. Oh, and she just lost it.
Stolen away there by Waltz. She's going to drive it in, but stolen again. And
looks like a foul on Hannah Reckner.
Fouls on Hannah Reckner, her second, St. Creek's second team foul.
It's Hannah's second foul.
Maynard going to be tossing the ball over to Magnus. Over to McLeod. Not sure where to go with it. She's going to dribble a bit. And back to Magnus. And down in the paint is number 5, Bing Scotter.
Looks like foul on Waltz.
Fouls on Alex Waltz. Her
Foul
first.
on Alex Waltz.
St. Creek's third team foul. And a Ben Scooter at the line, 2 shots.
Up and down for another point from the free throw line from the Addison Panthers. Lead is climbing to 4 now with just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Second is good. A little bounce around the iron there, but it is good. Waltz with the ball here, getting pressured by the Panther defense, and it is almost successful. And it is going to be a turnover there for the Aggies. Just too much defensive power there by the Panthers. Magnus with the ball, and the Aggies are going to try the full court defense, and that is good also. Pressure from both sides. Both teams playing very aggressive. Maynard didn't believe that was a foul there, but the Aggies fan section are letting him know that she cannot do that.
First, Addison's second team foul.
Waltz throwing it in. Down to White. Back to White there.
Looks like she's going to shoot it, and it was an air ball.
Maynard running it up, and a missed layup there.
Looks like it bounced off the bottom of the rim. Just a little shy.
Timeout, St. Creek.
St. Creek timeout. And we are going to throw to break. You are watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
May I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
All right, and welcome back to the action. The Panthers leading the Aggies 8-3. And Addison with the ball here. Maynard tossing it into Magnus.
That student section is riled.
Very, very wild.
The girl made one mistake, and they're holding against her this whole quarter.
And looks like 2 mistakes there with the travel. Addison turning it over. Sand Creek tossing it in. Waltz throwing it over to number 21, Saren. Saren back to Waltz. And another travel there for the Aggies.
Travel on Waltz. All right, Addison's ball.
McLaughlin to Magnus. Over to McLeod. She'll be driving it in over to Magnus, and a shot is no good.
Is rebounded by the Aggies.
Waltz taking it up. Spacing the floor now. Back to Waltz. And the foul was called before the shot, so it's going to be passed in there from the baseline.
Looked like we had a block.
Frank Magnus tossing it in. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Frank Orr.
Oh,
and another travel there.
There's a whole lot of that tonight. It's only the first quarter.
Yeah, and I know we just had Thanksgiving break, so I would think they would get all their traveling done around there to see the family, but Magnus
you went there.
almost lost it there. Over to McLeod. McLeod going to drive it in, passing it out, and the shot is not going to be taken, but it is going to be in for a layup there. That was number 5, Hannah Binscotter. Waltz driving it in. Over to White. White taking a risky 3, not going to pay off, but the rebound is fumbled there by Aggies. Panthers with the possession.
Looked like when she went up, she lost her footing. And
yeah, definitely lost her balance there.
We have Magnus on the ball.
Over to McLeod. Back to Magnus. Up there to number 12, Flaws.
It looks like we have a foul on Grace Francoeur.
Foul on Grace Francoeur, her first, Sand Creek's 14th foul.
Gone throwing it in. Score is 10-3 with 34 seconds left in the first quarter. They're running the inbounds play, and a wide open Binscotter is blocked there.
She came up from behind.
That was Dickerson with the very, very sneaky block there.
And Siren's on the ball now. Looks like, over to Covey. And she's going for it. And, bounced right out of there.
Looks like the bank was closed with that last shot. Magnus with the ball here.
We have 5 seconds left in the first quarter. And it looks like they're going to not shoot it.
McLeod did not know how much time was left on the clock there. And with that, it is 10-3. We're going to be throwing it to break. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. but you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
All right, welcome back to the second quarter of action. Panthers up 10-3. A lot of traveling and poor mistakes there by both teams in that first quarter. It seemed like every other possession we had either a Panther or an Aggie, have a turnover there, Ashley.
All right, it's
Panthers tossing it at half court. Number 10, Magnus.
Passing it over to Flaws. Back. Ooh.
McLouth with it. Trying to find somebody to throw the ball to. Back to Magnus. I'm sorry, that was not Magnus. That was Flaws again there. Ben Scotter to McLouth. Out to Flaws. And that is a three there. And it seems like Flaws doesn't have any flaws with that three-point stroke there.
It's over to White, over to, oh, looks like there's a travel from 9. I think I missed the number.
Magnus taking it up. Over to McLouth. Back to Magnus. Over the half court there. And almost stolen away. Magnus gets it back, tossing it over to Flaws. A missed shot there.
Looks like Frank Cougar is going to the hoop. See if she takes the shot. Nope. She passed over to White. Who passed it to Waltz. Back to White. To Goodson, and that just came up a little over too much.
Magnus calling for a pick. And was a bit of a moving one, but they're going to let it go. And last touch there by the Aggies. That was Kendall Covey bouncing off her wrist. Panthers going to keep possession. Up by 10 with a little over 6 minutes in this first half, second quarter. Magnus will be tossing it in to McLouth. Handing it off to Binscotter. Driving it in, handing it off to Magnus. Magnus over to Binscotter again. And Binscotter still trying to hold on possession there. Over to Flaws. Flaws driving it in off the foot dribble, and it is going to be Aggie's ball with another careless turnover as we reach the 6-minute mark in the quarter.
We have Hewitt tossing it in.
Coach Benj inspecting the ball, make sure there is no Robin Williams flubber on there, making the ball bounce. You've seen flubber, right, Ashley?
I have not.
Yeah, okay, all right. I was going to. And we have a missed layup there by Francor.
Now, if you just said they were inspecting the ball to make sure it wasn't deflated, I would have got that one.
Oh. Is that a Tom Brady joke there?
It was a Tom Brady joke.
The ball was smacked down there by Ben Scotter. Aggies keep the possession, still down by 10 here.
Fran Cougar on the ball. Looks like she's pushing through to the hoop, and it bounced off the bottom of the basket and went out of bounds. Addison's ball, it looks like Ben Scooter. Oh, there was. It's Menard passing it in.
McLouth up to Flaws. Flaws down to Maynard. Maynard going to give it away there, but a foot was on the line, and the Panthers are going to come back with it here.
Magnus throwing it in to McLeod, to Menard.
And Flaws for another three. This one's no good.
Yeah. Goodson has it. Looks like she's setting it up. And a little overpowered. She threw it out of bounds. there's a big jump ball. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball.
You know, maybe Coach Binge was making sure this ball didn't have any butter on there because it is slipping around. Referees saying that it's Aggie's ball. Magnus is going to come off the court for the first time, and number 22, Lindsay Laurie, will be taking her place. And we have the full court defense by the Panthers.
Looks
Hunter
like
White
up and
looks like she was using her arm there to force her away, and that's a foul there going to be called on her. So Laurie will be tossing the ball in there for the Panthers. Over to McLeod. To McLeod again.
She was wide open.
There, but
travel. There's a little issue tonight. They can't dribble, or they just decide to walk. They're having a lot of traveling. Oh. Looks like Hewitt is up for the... Oh, looks like Hewitt just got a foul. She's going to get 2.
Fouls on Ellen McLeod, her first. Addison's 4th team foul. Katie Hewitt's at the line, 2 shots.
She's going to take her first shot. It bounced off the bag, but she's got one more. Just shy again. It's Addison's ball.
McLeod out in the corner there to nobody. Aggies ball. Down 10 still, 3:13, 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in the half. And a timeout by the Aggies. And with that, we are going to throw it to break. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun.
Come on, go for cake.
Cakes for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes. And it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
All right, and welcome back to the action. A low-scoring first half. 3 points for the Aggies, 13 for the Panthers here. And Aggies have possession. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in the second quarter. Katie Hewitt tossing it in, trying to find somebody. Finds it with Alex Waltz. Waltz dribbling a little bit low, down the middle to White. White picking up her dribble, and that is going to be
dribble.
A turnover there. Maynard.
She tried.
Maynard taking it up. Over to McLeod, back to Maynard, trying to get over the half-court line, and she does. And they were going to have a foul there. A little too aggressive by the Aggies. Katie Hewitt.
Fouls on Katie Hewitt, her first. Sand Creek 16.
Maynard tossing it in. Ref's going to give us the Shakabra. McLeod with it. Looking at the open court. And Lori, a little back cut, but not able to sink it in. Score stays the same. And off the foot, but I guess they're going to be calling a foul push.
Fouls on Taylor Maynard, her second.
That was Taylor Maynard. The Aggies tossing it in.
Waltz is tossing it in. Pass into White. Back to her. And it's just shy, but Hewitt was right below it to rebound it. And she stepped out of bounds. There goes the student section again.
Maynard running it up. And
she got tripped up on her own feet.
Waltz passing it in. To Saren. Saren dribbling it up. Over to Waltz. Contemplating that three, not going to put it down. But
Francoeur got the two.
Francoeur there with those 2 points. Maynard dribbling it up over to Lori. Lori, a missed little jumper there. And stolen away there by Flaws. Flaws to Magnus. Magnus dribbling it up. And going to take a three, and that one is missed a bit short. And
Hewitt passed it over to Waltz.
Coach Bing telling Hewitt to hit him with a bounce pass instead of the overhead. Maynard to Magnus. Magnus trying to find somebody, finds Lori in the corner, and a open two-pointer there for...
Can't though.
Rebounded by Flaws. Over to Magnus. Magnus over to Maynard. Maynard going to take it in back to Campbell, and that is going to be Aggie ball.
That was a little too slow of a bounce pass. Kind of just rolled right on by. We have Goodson on the pass. Oh.
A foul on Flaws.
Fouls on Courtney Flaws, her first. Addison 16 foul.
And throwing it away. Waltz right to Magnus there. Magnus another three, and this one is drained there.
Maybe now they'll stop saying air ball every time she gets it.
Waltz dribbling it around and traveled there.
That was an open travel.
And, you know, I hope these teams are, you know, getting their financial situation ready because, you know, all these traveling it's going to cost them. Over to Flaws. Flaws back to Magnus. Looking for an open player. Decides to dribble it in. Over to Campbell. Campbell, a little jumper. Down. 4 points for Campbell now. Under a minute left.
Let's see. Oh, it spun right out of there. Oh, looks like there's a foul. And Francoeur is getting 2.
That was Campbell with the foul.
Addison's 17th foul. Grace Francoeur at the line, 2 shots.
And the first is no good. She's got 1 more.
Hits the back iron there for the first free throw. Second one is good. Magnus over to McLeod, almost losing it there. Rushing it up to Magnus over the half court. Double teamed. Looking for an open player. Finds it in Laurie. Laurie weighing the options, decides not to hit the 3. McLeod running it up the middle. Over to Campbell. Campbell, no good. Waltz with it. And taken away by Maynard. Maynard running it over to Magnus. Magnus is going to take a little jumper, and that is no good there.
It was rebounded by White, who looks like she's taking it down.
White is bringing out the inner Allen Iverson, but no good there. Had the inner Scalabrini on the shot. Well, and another travel here.
They minimize the traveling, they'd maximize their points. Since there's only been 26 points made this game so far, and we're in the end of the second quarter.
And that's going to do it with a score of 20-6. Panthers in the lead. We're going to throw it to break. We'll be back with the second half. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
And we are back with the third quarter here at Sand Creek High School for some lady basketball. We have Addison at 20 points and Sand Creek at 6.
Francoeur with the ball over to White. White down in the middle to Francoeur, stolen away, but a double dribble there by Lindsay Laurie. She knew she was at fault there. A little frustrated with herself, and Waltz will be the one throwing it in. A freshman for the Sand Creek Aggies. Jumper no good by Saren. Rebounded and going to be brought up there by Magnus. Magnus down the middle, and it is going to be no good by McLeod. Waltz driving it in, and a layup is good, bringing the Aggies up to 8. Vinskota over to Magnus. And dumped over to McLeod, a little layup miss there, but rebounded by number 22, Lindsay Laurie, and 2 points for her also. And going to be a little bit of a scuffle there. Jump ball, yep. Aggies ball. Waltz throwing it in. Scores 8-22.
Looks like the ball actually bounced off White, and then an Addison. Lori hit it, so it's back to Aggie's ball. And it looks like there's a shooting foul. Looks like Waltz is gonna get two. She's gonna get 2 shots.
Lori, her first, Addison's first team foul.
And a timeout by the Panthers. With that, we're going to be throwing it to break. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
All right, welcome back. 8-22, Panthers with the lead. We just saw Waltz miss the first of 2 free throws. 6:37 in the third quarter. And the second one is up and in. 9-22, Magnus with the ball. Full court pressure by the Aggies. Over to Magnus again. Gets it over half court, going to drive it in and almost losing it. Up with the layup, missed. Jumped around Laurie with it. And Maynard is going to get another travel.
And ooh, got a jumble up there. So McLaughlin with it. Oh, she went for the layup and
And that is in.
Magnus got 2. Oh, and there's a trip up.
Laurie going to get the foul.
Fouls on Lindsay Laurie, her second.
Her second foul of the game.
We have Hewitt that's going to throw the ball in. Over to Waltz. Waltz to Saren. Oh, and it looks like she got pushed. Oh,
have a few substitutions for the Aggies. Covey coming in. And number 24, Reckner. Over to Reckner. Back to Waltz. Waltz losing it. Magnus coming away with it. Over to Binscoter for a long 2. That is good. Panthers now tripled the score of the Aggies. Quick math. And smacked away there by Agnes. Good defense by number 10 there. A long 2 again. Not going to do it this time. Covey with the rebound over to number 11, Hunter White. Waltz with it. Aggies setting up something here. Panthers in a 2-3 zone. Over to Reckner. Reckner back to Saren.
Saren. Oh, thought she was going to take it. She passed it over to Waltz. Back to Saren. Back to Waltz. And they went for the 3, and it was no good. Looks like there's another foul.
Foul's on Lindsay Lawyer, third.
We have White that's going to be bringing the ball in.
Flaws and gone in. Ben Scooter and McLeod out for the Panthers. Covey over to Reckner. Reckner over to Goodson. Goodson dribbling her back to the left. Waltz with it, little crossover. And
like
long 2. No good, but White saving it.
Saved by White.
And Reckner keeping it alive, but stolen away by Magnus there, racking up a few steals in this game. Maynard over to Flaws, Flaws to Laurie, Laurie down there, back to Flaws, and a air ball shot.
Oh, the student section's not going to let her live that one down. And we have Campbell in for Addison. And she substituted for Laurie. We got a White down underneath. And looks like she's pushing. She got a foul.
Foul's on Lydia Magnus, his second. Addison's 4th team foul.
Waltz up to
White got it. Oh, and just a little shy. A little more power, and it would have sank right in there. Oh.
And Waltz fell down, but Magnus couldn't take care of that opportunity that she was given. Waltz with it. Magnus almost another steal. White driving it in. Little layup miss, but taken by Covey, and we have a jump ball here. This is going to be the Panthers going to have possession here. Francor in for, looks like number 11, Hunter White will be sitting out now. Over to Magnus. Magnus taking it to the right, getting double teamed. Almost losing the ball over to Maynard. Maynard driving it in, and no good. Rebounded there by number 12, Flaws. Over to Gahn, over to Maynard. Maynard back to Gahn. Gahn driving it on the sideline, out to Campbell. Campbell to Flaws. Flaws over to Maynard. And another travel, yeah.
That was a good little play going on right there. That wouldn't have traveled. And we have Reckner bringing it in. Over to Waltz. And she's tossing it down. Oh, and it got deflected by Addison. And she stepped out of bounds, so it is Aggie's ball again. That was a lucky one.
Flaws in to Covey. Covey contemplating another 3 there.
Overshot it. We have Magnus on the ball. To Flaws, to Magnus. Over to Goodson, and it is out. It looks like it's going to stay Addison's ball. And that goes straight in. Maynard got the 2.
A Sand Creek timeout. 2 minutes left in the third. We are going to throw it to break. You are watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN. Your home for Lenawee Sports.
Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
Got your personal references, high school diploma or equivalent?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
It's right there.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
And welcome back. You are watching LSN broadcasting the Panthers at the Aggies, 29-9. Panthers are up by 20 points here with a little over 2 minutes left in this third quarter. And it is Panthers' possession right under their own basket.
Nope, it's Aggies' possession. Looks like a full court press is on. And they just lost it. Nope. Looks like they're going a little aggressive in this game.
Fouls on Taylor Maynard, her third.
They don't really need to be because they're up by so much, but they're doing it.
Waltz with it. Over to Goodson, back to Waltz. Over in the corner to Sarin, and a travel. Sarin showing a little frustration on the call, but
maybe it's the frustration of being called on it all night.
it's possible. It's in the umpteenth time since both teams have gotten a call on travel or double dribble. Magnus with it. Over to Gone. Gone down the...
And here she is out.
It's going to be pushed out, though, so a foul is going to be called.
Fouls on Samantha Goodson, her first, and Creek's first team foul.
And White is subbing for Goodson. Looks like they're gonna McLaughlin. Nope, she's gonna give it up. Looks like she's contemplating. Nope, pass it up to Campbell.
Covey with the block.
Sarin has the ball.
Over to White, over to Waltz. Waltz throwing it
Back to
all the
Sarin.
way.
Back to Covey. Back to Sarin. Oh, right to the Addison's hands. And with that, got a three-pointer on Flaws. And we have 45 seconds left in the third. And Covey just got two.
Covey driving it in there. Gone with it. Over to Magnus. Magnus taking another three. This one's no good. A little bit short there. Hunter White with it.
That's it. Hold.
Fouls on Lydia Magnus, her third. Addison's 16 foul.
Looks like it is the Aggies' ball. Sarin bringing it in, passing it over to Goodson, who's passing it to White.
Looking it over up to Covey.
Who's gonna, tried bounce passing it over to Francoeur, but just a little too much oomph.
A little too much mustard on that hot dog. And maybe they didn't even want mustard on in the first place. Maybe they're more of just a standard ketchup type of person. Magnus with it. Down the middle to Campbell. Campbell, quick little 2 points there for her. And with that, it is going to be 34-11, ending your third quarter. We're going to be throwing it to break and be back with the last quarter of action. You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
The odds of this boy achieving his dream in fashion? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
And we're back. We are finishing up the timeout for the third period. So far it is Sand Creek at 11 and Addison at 34. Beginning of the fourth period. And it looks like White's going to bring the ball out. Passing it over to Waltz. Just passing it over to Reckner. Over to Covey. And it looks like she's going to go for the shot, and it was no good. She reflected it. She rebounded her own shot. She looks like she can get 1 and 1.
Fouls on Lindsay Laurie, her fourth. Addison's 17th.
Lindsay Lauren with her fourth foul of the game here. Covey with the first shot.
Yeah, it was 1 and 1. They looked like they didn't realize it was 1 and 1 as they waited a good hot second. White on the ball, bringing it down. Over to Waltz, who's sent it to Saren. Back to Covey, and it's like slap ball, and it was good. And it's Addison's ball. Looks like Gon's gonna bring it in.
McLeod dribbling it up. Waltz on her. Over to Binscotter, over to Flaws. Flaws back to McLeod. And a very hard-working White, and that's a three-pointer by Flaws there.
Flaws for three.
Over to White, and a easy two miss there by Hunter White.
There's a push.
Fouls on Hunter White, her second, St. Creek's second team foul.
And White has her second foul. And we have Campbell coming in for Barnett. McLeod on the ball. Looks like McLeod. Oh, we have a longer two for Ben Scooter.
Saren with it to Covey, smacked away, and looks like McLeod's going to have it over to number 14, Gone. Over to McLeod. McLeod driving it in over to number 44, Danielle Campbell, with another 2 points down in the paint. Dominating the game down there. Waltz not passing it to anyone. I think she saw the White on looking to switch in. Pass it over to them on the sidelines. Gone's going to be tossing it into McLeod.
Back to Gone. Oh. Flaws back to McLeod. And no good. Let's see. We have Hewitt throwing it into Reckner. Who is back to Hewitt? Who is back to Reckner? Oh, the last one was Goodson, my bad. Back to Hewitt. To Goodson. Good over the head one. And that's a nice three from Goodson.
And Goodson for three.
Gaughan's going to be pushed around, and she's going to be sent to the line. The junior for the Addison Panthers.
Dickerson got her first foul. Looks like it's going to be, bounced off the bottom of the hoop, and it was rebounded by Dickerson. And we have Goodson on the ball. Passed out of bounds.
Dickerson tried to save it there, but was unsuccessful. Over to McLeod here. Panthers with the ball. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. McLeod driving it in, out to Binscoter. Driving it in, and it is no good. Fighting for the rebound, and Goodson comes away with it. Slowing the tempo.
Over to Reckner. Back to Goodson. Over to Dickerson to Covey. And saved by Hewitt and put back up by Hewitt. And it's out. It's Addison's ball.
McLeod with it. 41-14.
McLeod going in for the layup, and it was good.
McLeod with another 2 points tallied in there.
Move Reckner over to Covey. To Goodson. Goodson over to Dickerson. Back to Covey. Over to Reckner. There's a foul. Looks like there's going to be 2 shots for Reckner.
Addison's 8th team foul. Hannah Reckner at the line, 2 shots.
And for the first shot, it was no good. We got a sub for Gaughan. Barrett came in. Oh, she's 0 for 2. Up by Dickerson with a hold. She gets 2.
Campbell, her second, Addison's 9th team foul. Count the basket by Elena Dickerson. She's at the line.
We have Francoeur in for Reckner. And Addison got it.
Claus with an air ball there.
And we have Goodson on the ball. Looked like she was gonna, Hewitt got the ball, pass it over to Dickerson, who went up for the quick 2, but it's no good. It's Addison's ball. Passed over to Flaws, back to McLeod. Oh, she passed that just in time. She almost got a travel.
Campbell.
Oh.
They have a jump ball. And it is the Fighting Aggies going to be coming away with it.
Got White on the ball. Pass it over Francoeur. That got deflected by Addison back to Goodson. And we have Campbell that got the rebounds.
Falls on Sam Goodson, her second. Sand Creek's fourth team foul.
We have Ben Scooter on the ball and passing it over to McLaw.
Flaws in the corner with it. Campbell trying to get position down there on the block. Stepped out of bounds. Aggies with the ball. Just under 2 minutes left in this game. Over to White. Back to Hewitt. Hewitt over to Goodson. Goodson over to White, but it is stolen away. Hewitt with the foul.
Fouls on Katie Hewitt, her second. Sand Creek's 15 foul.
Magnus and Maynard back in there. Magnus with it at the top. Almost threw up a three there. McLeod with it. Driving it up the middle, over to Magnus. Magnus driving in, over to Flaws. Flaws back to Magnus, looking for some type of play here. Back to Maynard, to Flaws for the three. That one's no good. And they are going to get their own rebound. McLeod with it as we hit the minute mark. To McLeod.
Keep passing it around for a minute. Oh, nope, they're going for, nope, they went back for it. And it's a long two that is out. The student section doesn't let her live that one down from the first quarter. Scared her all the way through the game.
45 seconds left. Looks like the referees are discussing something here in the middle of the court. Maybe they're seeing how close they can get to each other's faces without touching noses. We're going to see if they can break the all-time record. All right, they both backed out. Oh, they're going to go. No, they are done. They realized they didn't have what it takes and separated here. Okay, now the other two referees are at it. Let's see. Okay, they also realized they didn't have what they take, so the refs are just trying to figure out, you know, what is it that, you know, gives them the type of skill set to not touch noses and be that close. They're still going. Okay, yeah, that was. I don't know what they're trying to do. If they weren't really in it to win it, I don't know what they were doing. Hewitt at the free throw line.
She's going for two. First one is no good.
Hits the front iron, bounces off. Second one hits nothing there. Magnus with it, and Panthers will probably just toss it around while the last 40 seconds wind down in this ball game here.
We're getting aggressive.
Fouls on Katie Hewitt, her third.
Katie Hewitt got her third foul. Looks like they're going to go for the shot. Looks like it might be a jump ball. Oh, they were fighting their own girls for it. Jump ball.
Panthers stay with it. Under 20 seconds left, and it seems like this last minute has lasted about 5. Over to Magnus. Probably just going to hold it off. Goodson playing a little bit of defense there. Drive it out, and a last three-pointer is missed there. And that's going to do it. Panthers up 43-16, climbing to 2-0. We are going to throw it to break, but we'll be right back with our post-game show. Remember, you are watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
I'm Woodsy Owl, and I'm here to tell you about a dirty word, pollution. Help Woodsy spread the word. Never be a dirty bird.
Hoo-hoo. Don't paint or write on buildings. That's pollution.
Give a hoot, don't pollute. Never be a dirty bird.
Hoo-hoo. Turn your radio down. That's noise pollution.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
All right, and welcome to our post-game. The Addison Panthers come away with the victory, and I am with Coach Underwood. Coach, how does it feel to come away with a victory like that?
Oh, we're real excited. We played our game tonight, especially with Liv back as point, I felt like we played our game, and that's just causing trouble and making turnovers and converting those to baskets. So.
Now, in the first half, there seemed to be a lot of turnovers on both sides of the court. What do you think you're going to be able to change for going into the next few games?
I think that we just needed to get our feet under ourselves for a little bit and kind of calm down and just play our game, and that's what we ended up doing. So.
Awesome. Thank you. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. I'm here with Olivia Magnus. So can you tell me how it feels from missing your first game to being player of the game for your second?
It feels good to be back on the court. I didn't want to miss the first game at all. It was terrible, but I'm glad to be back on the court.
How have you and the team worked to get so far ahead? Because the point was 43-13.
Well, we definitely worked together as a team, and everybody definitely played their own roles, and that's how we won. We played our own roles.
For the entire Lenawee Sports crew, I'm Ashley Drinkwine saying thank you for watching this evening. The Addison Panthers win tonight, beating the Sand Creek Aggies by the final score of 43-16.
In our next broadcast, the Lenawee Sports crew heads the Redskin country as the boys of Clinton host the Blissfield Royals in Week 2 of our basketball coverage. We would like to remind you to get connected to LISD TV on Facebook and Twitter for LSN's upcoming broadcasts. Also, check us out on YouTube and subscribe to LISD TV's channel for other full game broadcasts. This has been a presentation of LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
You've got a tie atop the LCAA standings.
Count that baby in a foul.
The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morenci is going to the Breslin Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.